Empowering employees is about more than just boosting productivity. It's about creating an environment where people feel valued, trusted, and inspired to do their best work. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 ideas to empower employees in your workplace. Imagine an employee named Sarah, who is an enthusiastic and talented employee, but her days are filled with micromanagement. Every task she gets comes with a long list of instructions, and there's zero room for her to make decisions. Slowly but surely, her passion starts to drain away. She feels like she's just clocking in, following orders, and then clocking out. Nothing more. Now imagine one day her manager does something different. She hands Sarah an important project and says, "I trust you. Do it your way and let me know if you need anything." For the first time, Sarah feels in control. She gets to make decisions, find creative solutions, and truly make the project hers. Suddenly, work isn't just a job anymore. She's excited, invested, and ready to give her best. And guess what? Sarah's project turned out better than anyone expected. It's a win for everyone. Sarah feels empowered, and the company reaps the rewards. That's the power of autonomy and trust. When employees are given the room to make decisions, and you trust them to rise to the challenge, incredible things can happen. Meet James. James has always been eager to learn more. He's got potential, but his role is limited. Every day he shows up, does what's expected, and then goes home. The work is fine, but deep down James knows that he could do more if he was given the opportunity. Then one day, James' manager invites him into a workshop on leadership skills. It's something James had always been interested in, but he never imagined he'd be supported to pursue it. The experience is eye-opening. He learns new techniques, gets inspired, and meets other people facing similar challenges. Suddenly, James feels more confident. He starts applying what he's learned back to work, and it's not long before he's stepping up in meetings and helping others. And James's manager sees the change. And before long, he's not just attending workshops, he's leading them, teaching others what he's learned, and making a real impact on the team. Training and development workshops not only empower employees, but they also allow them to grow. When companies invest in employee growth, they're empowering them and also investing in the future of the company. The third point is something that I've seen have a positive impact on many companies who take this seriously. A company's most valuable asset is their people, and organizations who do not look after their staff often pay the price. But there's one thing that's more important for companies to take care of than anything else. Without empowering employees to take care of it, companies may end up with no employees at all. See, the most valuable thing in our existence is our health and well-being. Without employee health, who is going to do the work? To truly empower employees, companies must ensure they are supporting employee health and well-being. And I've got some good news for you. At Loving Life, we send out free resources to help companies support their most valuable asset, their people. And if you want access to these free resources, join the free mailing list. The link's in the description box. Without a fit and healthy workplace, there will be more sick days and lower productivity. Empower employees by implementing initiatives that support their health and well-being. Imagine you're an employee who always goes above and beyond, whether it's staying late to finish a project, helping a colleague, or coming up with ideas that make everything run smoother. But despite all your hard work, you feel invisible. No one seems to notice the extra effort. Over time, that motivation begins to fade, and you begin to think, why bother? Then one day, during a team meeting, your manager pauses and says, "I want to give a shout out." They then address you and say, "The work you put in last week made a huge difference, and we all noticed. Thank you for your dedication." The whole team joins in, and you're surprised by how much it means to be recognized. It's just a few words, but it makes you feel valued, seen, appreciated, and empowered. After that day, Your energy is different. You have a renewed sense of purpose. And that same dedication is now stronger than ever. Not because it's expected, but because it's appreciated. Recognizing employees and showing appreciation empowers employees more than companies realize. A simple thank you or acknowledgement can reignite someone's motivation for their job role and empower them and remind them why they cared in the first place. Think about this scenario. You're working hard every single day, putting in the hours, but you're not even sure if you're moving in the right direction. Your tasks keep piling up, but without clear guidance, it feels like you're constantly busy, but without making any real progress. It's exhausting, and you start to wonder if your work is making any difference at all. Now imagine if things were different. What if you sat down with your manager and they helped you map out exactly what was expected? Clear goals, realistic timeframes, and how your efforts fit into the bigger picture. Suddenly, everything starts to make sense. You know where you're headed. You know what success looks like. And you know how your contributions impact the team. With that kind of clarity, your work stops feeling like an uphill struggle. Setting clear goals and expectations for employees can be essential to empowering them in their job roles. When employees know exactly what's expected of them and why it matters, it turns guesswork into confidence. It empowers them to move forward with purpose. You know what's frustrating? When the rules only seem to apply to you. Imagine the boss tells everyone they need to be on time for meetings. Yet every single week, he strolls in 10 minutes late without a care in the world. He insists that the team should be respectful and collaborative, but when things get tough, he's the first one to lose his temper or throw blame around. How does that make everyone feel? Motivated and empowered to follow his lead? Not likely. Instead, it creates resentment. And soon enough, everyone starts to think, why should I turn up on time when he doesn't? Now, think of a leader who walks the talk. They're the first one in meetings. They're supportive under pressure, and they live by the same rules they set for the team. When a leader leads by example, it inspires respect and trust. It shows that they're not above anyone else. They're right there with the team, leading by example. Leading by example isn't just a leadership skill. It's key to empowering employees and building trust and integrity within the team. When leaders lead the way they want others to follow, they empower their employees to follow suit. I want you to think about this. You're part of a team and suddenly a big change is announced. No warning, no discussion, no input into the change. Your manager made the decision behind closed doors. And now you're expected to just roll with it. Maybe it's a new workflow, a different set of responsibilities, or even a change in the team structure. The problem is, no one asked you for your input. You don't even understand why the change is happening. And this new change is impacting your role massively. How does that make you feel? Disconnected? Frustrated? Wanting to quit? When decisions are made that directly impact your work without your involvement, it can feel like your voice doesn't matter. It's easy to lose motivation when you're treated like just another employee rather than a valued team member. Now imagine it happened a different way. The manager brings the team together before making that decision. They ask for input, listen to ideas, and make everyone a part of the process. Even if the final decision isn't exactly what you hoped for, you understand why it was made and you feel heard. Involving employees in decision making isn't just about gathering input. It's about showing respect and building commitment. When people feel their voice matters, they're more engaged, more motivated, and more empowered to take ownership of the change. Imagine you're working on a project and things aren't going great and you feel like you can't bring it up because in the past, people who spoke out were either ignored or blamed. So you decide to keep it quiet, hoping that you can figure it out on your own, even though you're feeling extremely overwhelmed. The stress keeps building, and soon enough, the whole team is overwhelmed, but no one's talking about it. Now let's flip the script. Imagine instead you're part of a team where open communication is not only expected, but encouraged. Your manager frequently asks for input, listens without judgment, and even admits when they make a mistake. When you're struggling, you feel safe to speak up, knowing it won't come back to haunt you. The team works together to solve issues, and instead of letting problems snowball, they're addressed and discussed before they become serious issues. When employees are able to speak freely, share concerns, or even just ask for help, it can empower them in their job role. They're no longer carrying stress alone. They're working as part of a team that has their back. Open communication in any workplace empowers employees to do their best. Most employees have responsibilities outside of their work that in reality are more important than their job role. Whether it's looking after children, supporting family members, or managing their own health and well-being, these responsibilities can massively impact their ability to focus and perform at work. Imagine a workplace that didn't take into consideration your doctor's appointment or lack of childcare. How would these employees feel towards their job? Certainly not empowered. Now imagine this, a workplace that truly values employee flexibility. One where you can adjust your hours to attend your child's school play or take time to care for a loved one without feeling guilty. A workplace where remote work, flexible start times, and personal days aren't just offered, but they're genuinely encouraged. When employees are given the flexibility to manage their personal responsibilities, they're not just more focused at work, they're also more loyal, motivated, and empowered. Flexible work options show that companies see employees as whole people, not just workers. And that kind of respect is what empowers them to thrive both at home and in the workplace. Think about your own situation for a moment. You work hard every day, putting in the hours, handling challenges, and giving your best efforts. But if your compensation doesn't match your contribution, it's hard to stay motivated. If your benefits fall short, paid time off feels stingy, your salary doesn't feel like it's enough, or you're left without a clear path of retirement security, it can make you wonder if all the effort is truly worth it. But what if you work for a company that takes care of you? Not just through words, but with action. Your salary is fair, reflecting the effort and skill that you bring to the table. The benefits are designed to give you peace of mind, whether it's health insurance, retirement packages, or time off when you need it most. Suddenly, you're not just working to make a living. You feel secure, valued, and truly supported. Let's face it, part of the reason everyone goes to work is for money. When employees' salaries match or exceed their efforts, they're empowered to prove their value. They can focus on their work without worrying about financial struggle. And that security empowers them to go above and beyond. Now, there's a bonus method that I've seen be super empowering for employees, and that is expressing gratitude. But it needs to be done in the right way. And for 5 ways to do that, you need to watch this video right here. But remember, a happy workforce is a productive workforce. And if you made it this far, don't forget to press like, subscribe, all of that good stuff.